Okay, let me give you my match week 4 predictions, but before that, a quick look at the table. Manchester United in 14th is the most concerning, just 1 win in 3, a little bit disappointing. Chelsea as well, 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. Same with Spurs, they're a little bit unconvincing at the moment, but it's only the first 3 games. Villa do not look too bad, 2 wins out of 3, only lost to Arsenal. Newcastle look, a little bit sharper this season, although they did have a disappointing draw at Bournemouth. Your top 4 does not look shocking at all, with City in first place, Liverpool also in second. Both teams have won all their games so far. The only teams that have done that, 3 out of 3 wins, and Arsenal 2 wins and a draw. But Brighton as well, surprisingly, they have started the season well. After 2 difficult games against Man United and Arsenal, they've come out unscathed. So very impressive by Brighton, good start. But a quick look into my predictions for match week 4. We start with Manchester United and Southampton. I know lots of people think Manchester United are shaky. I do think so as well, but I think even at worst, even if they don't play well, this is the type of game where they can still win like 1-0 or 2-1 and get away with a last minute win. I don't know now that Scott McTominay is not there, Scooby-Doo, to save them, but I still think Manchester United get this W. So Man United for that one. Brighton and Ipswich. Brighton need to continue their form. It's very important that they continue their form so that they can push for Europe. So I do think they will beat Ipswich at home. Brighton win. Crystal Palace and Leicester. Unfortunately, I do think Leicester are not looking very good right now, and I think Palace need to start picking up points. They got an encouraging draw at Chelsea last time as they got back into the goals. I will tip Crystal Palace for the win there. Fulham and West Ham, I think it's a little bit more difficult to call. I would like to go actually West Ham. I do think West Ham can actually win this game, but maybe it could be a draw. But I'm going to be brave and say a West Ham win. Liverpool and Forest, easy. They do not look like they're letting up anytime soon, so Liverpool win there. Salah's literally having a goal contribution every single game, and Slot has had a perfect start to the season. Liverpool have not even conceded at all. So yeah, Liverpool easy win. Man City against Brentford, it might not be as easy as people think, to be honest. I think Brentford are a tricky team, but you would expect City to get the win. No matter how, you expect City to get the win, and I think the City are on a roll, and Pep Guardiola, by their high standards, would not appreciate anything less than 3 points. So City win. Moving along, Villa versus Everton. Villa at home. Everton have been poor, one of the poorest teams in the league so far, if not the poorest. They let a 2-goal slip after the 85th minute to actually lose the game 3-2 to Bournemouth at home. Unbelievable. So Villa are definitely taking 3 points off Everton. Again, Everton are already in trouble. John Dykes need to start doing something really quickly. But Unai Emery, again, 6 points out of 9, not too bad. Just that 1 loss to Arsenal where Villa missed a whole lot of chances. I do think Villa will make a good push. They need to get into a good form coming into Champions League next week. Bournemouth and Chelsea. I think Bournemouth might actually give Chelsea a little bit of a struggle. I believe that. I don't think it'll be an easy game, but I do see Chelsea coming away with the win. Actually, when I look at these fixtures, it looks like a good opportunity for Man United, Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Aston Villa, the so-called big teams that I've named so far, Brighton, to actually get the win and give the betting man some returns. On Sunday, we have the big one, Spurs against Arsenal. I do think Arsenal are a little bit wobbly right now simply because they got the draw at home against Brighton, dropped points there. Not only that, but they've lost Rice for this game due to a red card, and they've had a few injuries during the international break. I think Calafiori will also be off injured. Odegaard obviously is injured because he looked like he was out during the international break. So Arsenal might not be the strongest, but Sterling will probably make his debut, and I do think Arsenal are still fairly a strong team, and Spurs are not really convincing. And because I think it's a North London derby and Spurs will want to really make a statement, I do think that Arsenal will not win this game, and that's my big call for this weekend. I am calling the North London derby a draw. So Spurs and Arsenal will be a draw, and then lastly Wolves against Newcastle. I do think Newcastle have been getting results, but they haven't had the greatest of performances. But because Wolves are so poor and they concede so many goals, I do tip Newcastle to win. At minimum, Newcastle should not lose that game. They should draw. But I do think Newcastle, it's important for them as well to get back to challenging for the Champions League after a very disappointing season last season. So I am going with a Newcastle victory, even if it's a 1-0 margin. Yeah, so those are my predictions. Let's see how they turn out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.